Hi everyone, welcome to Science class, Physics Chapter 12, Sound Part 5. Today's topic is echo, reverberation, and multiple reflection. Dear children, let us learn what you have learned in previous video. You have learned about speed of sound, sonic boom, and reflection of sound. Let us recall it. Speed of sound. It is defined as distance which point on a wave such as a compression or rarefaction travels per unit time. That is nothing but speed is equal to distance by time, where substitute distance as a wavelength and time as a time. That implies v is equal to lambda by t, and that is equal to, if you substitute the relation of 1 by t as a nu, you will get the formula v is equal to lambda nu, nothing but speed is equal to wavelength into frequency. Next, you have learned about a sonic boom. When a sound producing source moves with a speed higher than that of a sound, it produces a shock waves in air. These shock waves are called sonic boom. And the next topic was reflection of sound and loss of reflection. Sound bounces off a solid or a liquid. This phenomenon of bouncing back of a sound waves is called reflection of sound waves. And loss of reflection is nothing but first one, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. And the second one is incident ray, normal ray, and reflected ray all lie in the same plane. Even in last video, you have seen about the activity related to it. Children, can you guess which monument is this? Yes, you are right. This is the Gol Gumbaz located in Bijapur. Now, why is this monument famous for? Children, observe the second figure where you can see inside the monument. How is this? If you have visited, you can easily recognize this. Yes, this is the place where an echo produces. It is famous for echo as well as whispering also. So let us see how this echo produces. Now let us move to the new topic, echo. If we shout or clap near a suitable reflecting object such as tall building or a mountain, we will hear the same sound again a little later. This sound which we hear is called an echo. An echo is repetition of original sound because of reflection property of sound waves. Children, God has given a very beautiful gift for us, that is persistence of hearing. Nothing but every human being has a capacity to retain a sound waves in his brain for 0.1 second. That sensation of sound persists in our brain for about 0.1 second is called persistence of hearing. That means to hear a distinct echo, the time interval between the original sound and reflected one must be at least 0.1 second. We can listen a second sound after 0.1 second only. If any sound reaches to our ear before 0.1 second, we cannot hear because the earlier sound retained in our brain for 0.1 second. If we take speed of a sound to be 344 meter per second at a given temperature, say 22 degrees Celsius in air, the sound must go to the obstacle and reach back the ear of the listener on reflection after 0.1 second. Then only we can able to hear an echo. Let us go for understanding how to calculate it. Now observe carefully how to calculate the distance between source of a sound and a cliff. Here, hearing distinct echoes of a minimum distance of obstacle from the source sound must be half of this distance. That is 17 meter. Two distance is equal to speed into time. So distance is equal to v into t, that is speed into time divided by 2. So distance is equal to, we know the speed of a sound, that is 344, and time, that is persistence of hearing, 0.1 second divided by 2. You will get the value 17.2 meters. This is the distance between source as well as a cliff to get an echo sound. Echoes may be heard more than once due to successive or multiple reflections. The rolling of thunder is due to the successive reflections of the sound from a number of reflecting surfaces, such as clouds and the land, and this distance will change with the temperature of air. Children, there is a small video which make you understand how exactly this distance can make you people to hear the echo sound. Hear the echo sound and enjoy the video.
Echo. You must have visited an echo point at a hill station. If you shout loudly at such a point, you hear the same sound just after a little while. This sound is called an echo. An echo is the repetition of the original sound because of reflection by some surface. In order to be able to hear the original sound and its reflection distinctly at 22 degrees Celsius, what must the minimum distance be between the source and the reflecting surface? At 22 degrees Celsius, the velocity of sound in air is 344 meters per second. Our brain retains a sound for 0.1 second. Thus, for us to be able to hear a distinct echo, the sound should take more than 0.1 second after starting from the source to get reflected and come back to us. Thus, we can determine the minimum distance between the source and the reflecting surface as follows. Distance is equal to speed into time. Substituting the value, distance is equal to 344 meters per second into 0.1 second, which equals 34.4 meters. Thus, to be able to hear a distinct echo, the reflecting surface should be at a minimum distance of half of the above, that is 17.2 meters. As the velocity of sound depends on the temperature of air, this distance depends on the temperature.
Another interesting topic, that is reverberation. It looks like an echo, but it is not an echo. It is nothing but a disturbance. Let us understand. A sound created in a big hall will persist by a repeated reflection from the walls until it is reduced to a value where it is no longer audible. The repeated reflection that results in this persistence of sound is called reverberation. In an auditorium or a big hall, excessive reverberation is highly undesirable. Children, observe below animation where you will understand the reflected sound is coming back before 0.1 second and person is unable to hear. And if that is happening in a room where four walls are there, it is highly undesirable. In figure 1, you can see all reversible sound, how it is coming and how you are getting a reverberation. As you know, it is undesirable, so we need to reduce it. To reduce reverberation, the roof and the walls of the auditorium are generally covered with sound absorbent materials like compressed fiber board, rough plaster, or draperies. The seat materials are also selected on the basis of their sound absorbing properties. Observe below animation clearly, children, where sound waves are breaks down and traps inside the sound absorbent material. And it is very tough and durable. It blocks out fire, fluids, and dust particles. Observe clearly, children, how sound waves are entering inside and absorbed by this sound absorbent material. which is very useful to avoid reverberation. Here are some examples to show how to avoid reverberation. Figure 1, where meeting hall, you can observe everything is covered with sound absorbent material like wood or rubber or plastic or draperies, so that the sound should not go outside this room. Similarly, in the cinema hall, you can observe the ceilings are made curved as well as seats are made sound absorbent materials to avoid reverberation. Now let us understand a simple example from NCERT textbook. Example 12.2. The question is, a person clapped his hands near a cliff and heard the echo after 2 seconds. What is the distance of the cliff from the person if the speed of the sound is 346 meter per second? And the solution is given, write the given first, that is v is equal to speed of a sound is equal to 346 meter per second. Time t is equal to 5 seconds. Use the simple formula, that is speed is equal to distance by time, that is d by t. And distance is equal to speed into time. So when you substitute the value of speed and time, that is 346 into 5 seconds, then you will get the value d is equal to 1730 meter. Children, already we know that in 5 seconds sound will travel twice the distance between the cliff and the person. Therefore, this distance can be written as twice, that is nothing but 2d is equal to 1730 meter. So when you calculate d is equal to 1730 by 2, nothing but 865 meters is the answer, or a distance between a person and a cliff. Let us move to another topic, that is uses of multiple reflection. This is very interesting, children, because we experience so many things in our day-to-day life which depends on multiple reflection of sound. Some examples are given here. Megaphones or loud hailers, horns, musical instruments such as trumpets and shehnais are all designed to send sound in a particular direction without spreading it in all directions. As shown in below figure, you can observe megaphone and horn, and in the megaphone how multiple reflection is taking place inside the megaphone, and that is explained with even a ray diagram also. In these instruments, a tube followed by a conical opening reflects sound successively to guide most of the sound waves from the source in the forward direction towards the audience. Here are some more examples based on multiple reflection, which are musical instruments like shehnai, trumpet and flute. The concept of multiple reflection is used even in medical field. Yes, stethoscope. It is a medical instrument used for listening to sound produced within the body, chiefly in the heart or lungs. In stethoscope, the sound of the patient's heartbeat reaches the doctor's ear by multiple reflection of a sound as shown in figure. You can observe here how in a tube-like structure the sound is reflected several times and reaches to doctor's ear. The next use of multiple reflection concept is ceilings of concert hall. Yes, generally the ceilings of concert halls or conference halls and cinema halls are curved so that sound after reflection reaches all corners of the hall, as shown in figure. Sometimes a curved soundboard may be placed behind the stage so that sound after reflecting from the soundboard spreads evenly across the width of the hall. Observe here figure 1, where in the concert hall curved surface is given and it reaches uh, each and every corner of a hall. And the second figure is given about a curved soundboard where after reflection sound produces or spreads evenly across the width of the hall. Dear children, till now you have learned three concepts. The first one is echo and numerical based on it. Second one, reverberation and how to avoid the reverberation. Third one, Uses of multiple reflection in day-to-day life. Now the time for worksheet. Let us move to worksheet. Worksheet 5. The first question is, what is an echo? You can refer the video where I have given the definition of echo. Second one, an echo returned in 3 seconds. What is the distance of the reflecting surface from the source? And given that speed of sound is 342 meter per second. Here children, time is not given because it is constant. T is equal to 0.1 second you must consider and refer the numerical example 12.2 which I have given and solve it. In case if you have a doubt, you can ask me in comment box. And the third one is, what is reverberation? How will you avoid reverberation? Fourth one, write the uses of multiple reflection in medical field. And fifth one, why are the ceilings of concert halls curved? Keep ready worksheet and submit after reopen. Take care children. Bye.